kid is simply incredible. At only 10 years old, he is living the dream, with Princess Telestia on his left arm, and the rich girl Silk on his right. You might think this is just kids playing house, but the two girls are serious. Both are vying to marry Cain, and his father is watching as a witness. This actually makes sense. After all, Cain is the chosen one, blessed by 7 gods. His strength is ridiculous, and his luck stats are maxed out. One day, Cain followed his father to the royal capital. The journey was long. His father worried about encountering monsters, but this worry was unnecessary, because Cain is already invincible. When he was 8 years old, he slaughtered a giant dragon, as if it were a mere lizard. It was so easy, that he could not believe it himself. He thought the dragon was too weak, but when Cain checked his status panel, he saw he was almost max level. The most ridiculous thing is, Cain got 2 awesome titles, the Bane of Monsters, and Dragon Slayer. But to reassure his father, Cain still used his detection magic. However, this scan revealed trouble. A battle was happening 3 kilometers away. 10 humans were besieged by monsters. His father's guards were too slow to help, so Cain decided to rush ahead.
Wind magic! Bust me up!
No, Cain! What was that?
Maybe the wind. Or a bird?
The soldiers were about to be wiped out. At the last moment, Cain finally arrived. A soldier saw him and shouted, "This is no place for a child." But surprisingly, Cain was awesome. Fighting these orcs was like cutting through butter. He even used magic to heal the soldiers. Obviously, this is not an ordinary boy. Before the soldier could ask who he was, his father arrived with the carriage. The soldier recognized the Margrave immediately. At the same time, his father saw the people inside the carriage. It turned out, they were Princess Telestia and Silk the Duke's daughter. Although the two were fine, they were quite frightened. Fortunately, Cain has magic to calm emotions.
Then relax. Wow, what is this feeling I'm having? My heart feels so much lighter. Like walking on air. There's no pain or exhaustion anymore. Just pure bliss. Incredible. My heart. It's totally carefree now. Master Cain.
We might as well call this charm magic, because both girls rushed to cling to Cain. Before Cain could agree, he was dragged into the carriage by the two. Seeing his son getting captured, his father stood there stunned. He did not react until the carriage drove away. Just riding in the carriage was not enough. Coincidentally, there was still some distance to the capital, so the two girls decided to find a hotel. To have a good rest for the night, Cain planned to slip away, but the girls grabbed him, and would not let him go. Even his father could not stop them, because the girls had plenty of reasons. They were still frightened from the attack. What if another dragon comes at night? Even though that dragon has been dead for ages, but since the princess said so, his father had no choice. He arranged a large room for them, and reminded his son to behave himself. After all, he is only 10. However, the two girls did not care. The first thing they did in the room was to push the beds together. Cain's first reaction was to refuse, but the girls turned on the waterworks.
Nighttime's scary. I don't like thinking what might happen if the monsters attack us. They won't. I don't even need you to do anything except sit a little bit closer to me. Are you worried you won't fall asleep if we're snuggled up this close to you?
Unable to withstand the double attack, Cain finally compromised. The result was, Cain did not sleep all night, and got dark circles under his eyes, and so, they endured 7 days and nights. The group finally arrived at the capital. The Knight Commander welcomed them. He was grateful to Cain for saving the princess. The king also wanted to thank Cain. After summoning him, the king made him a baron directly, but giving a title to a 10-year-old caused dissatisfaction among many people. Some bold ones even stepped forward to object. But the king stated, "If you disagree, can you slaughter 50 orcs like Cain did?" The minister backed down in shame. Afterwards, the king summoned the father and son again. This time he thanked Cain as a father, and asked Cain something important.
Please take the hand of my dearest Telestia.
And my Silk as well?
Wow!
Of course, formal marriage has to wait until adulthood. Now Cain is just a fiancé. As for why marrying two at once, this is entirely the girl's wish. They are obsessed with Cain, and insisted on marrying him. This sudden development confused Cain, but when he looked at his own father, he found his father looking away. What choice did he have? Cain accepted the engagement.
That's his sworn word. Is that enough for you?
But some people are happy, and some are worried.
Wait, he's engaged to 2 pretty girls now?
Indeed, and then the king summoned me after that and asked, "Is your son a philanderer?"
For shame!
My word.
But I didn't mean to! I'll never philander again!
This awesome brat is no longer human, because his strength is unrivaled. The creation god helped him advance from human to demigod, but the god did not give him this cheat for free. He had a request. Cain must use memories from his previous life to make some entertainment goods. After all, this world is very boring. Hearing the god's words, Cain realized something. He could make a fortune from this opportunity. Coincidentally, Cain met the beast-ear girl Parma on the street. They had not seen each other for 5 years. It happened that Parma's uncle ran a business, so Cain asked him to handle production. As for what to sell, Cain already had a good idea. He drew a diagram of Reversi on the table. The merchant merchant saw it was simple and fun. He immediately took the project. In a short while, he made a sample for Cain. After Cain demonstrated it, the merchant was completely shocked. He knew this would become popular. So Cain asked him to make two versions. One is a high-end boutique version for nobles and rich merchants, and a regular version for everyone else. To start mass production, they needed money, but this was easy to solve. Cain threw a few gold coins directly. This way, he can make some quick cash first. Then they need to offer the goods to the god of commerce to get a divine copyright. So within 3 years, no one else can copy this product. Watching the item disappear, Cain finally understood. The creation god wanted this game for himself.
Are the gods out there somewhere enjoying the game they commissioned me to create?
Subsequently, Cain prepared a luxury version. He planned to present it to the royal family. If he can get their approval, it would be best. Being able to connect with the royal family made the merchant quite happy. Soon came Cain's debut party. This was a banquet for his promotion to Baron. But entering the venue, Cain sensed unkind gazes. The source was the minister who opposed him before. The child beside him looked like his dim-witted son. In a blink of an eye, Cain found his little fiancée Silk. But because Silk's dress was beautiful, Cain started flattering her. But he forgot the Duke was right there.
I do believe that Master Cain is a bit too skilled with the ladies for a 10-year-old.
Yes, his older sister has a bit of a temper, you see. So he must have learned to charm girls as a means of self-preservation.
That makes sense.
The Duke did not believe Cain's sweet words. Then Cain went to pay respects to the king, his other future father-in-law. But this playboy Cain refused to change his nature. In front of the king, he dared to flatter Princess Telestia shamelessly. A series of sweet words charmed the princess until she almost fainted.
Oh God, who knew you'd raise your child to be such a philanderer? Just look at Tellus's reaction.
Then Cain changed the topic and presented the luxury reversi. The king was full of interest, but he had to wait until the banquet was over. He also needed to talk about Cain's playboy nature to see what excuse he could give.